record. I'm going to stop my video, and then we are going to go into sharing screen. All right, let's see what comes up. All right, does everybody see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. Now, what I want to do is I want everybody to put on mute. And then when you have a question, please just jump right in and ask me a question. All right, don't be afraid, okay? I think it's easy for you guys. We've already done this once before. We did it very early in the year, all right, to see how good you were with your algebra skills before we moved on. But right now, all right, we're just kind of take it easy, all right? I think our next class, you'll be actually learning something new, all right? But right now, all right, we're going to solve what's referred to sometimes as multi-step equations. Sometimes we just call them two-step equations, all right? So let's start. I'll do the odds. Your homework is to do the evens, then submit your work, and then just do IXLJ4, okay? So first thing, we're working backwards. So what exactly does that mean? That means we're isolating the variable, all right? So in order to isolate the variable, you have to get rid of the numbers that are around the variable. This we're going to get rid of, and this we're going to get rid of. Now, if you remember PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. All right, that's the order in which you do your arithmetic, in that order. All right, but we're working backwards. So if we're working backwards, we're going to get rid of addition and subtraction first, most of the time. Then we're going to get rid of our multiplication and division. All right. Going backwards. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to come over here. All right. And I know I'm solving for A. So to undo a +2, we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. Now this is what I want on notability. All right. Now these cancel. So I'm left with A over 4, and 6 minus 2 is 4. Now what I need to do is I need to undo the dividing by 4. So to undo division, we multiply both sides by 4. Multiply both sides by 4. All right. Now, why do we do that? We do that because multiplying by 4 and dividing 4 cancel out. So I'm left with A is equal to 4 times 4, which is 16. All right. Now, it is super important right now, if for any reason you had trouble or you weren't sure about that, please speak up. All right. Anybody have any questions with how to solve that? All right. It should be kind of a review, so I feel good about it.
Mr. Strauch.
Yes, I'm listening, Aaron.
So for when you're timesing it by 4, could you do times A over 4 by 4 over 1?
Yeah, that's exactly right. 4 over 1 is the same. So a lot of times we say multiply by the reciprocal. All right. But again, you're exactly right. You can put 4 over 1. It's the same thing. Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, how do we, why is it, instead of multiplying 4, why do we subtract it?
Well, I didn't subtract. I subtracted 2 first because that undid +2. So you're trying to make +2 cancel. So +2 and -2 cancel each other out. How's that, Harrison? Is that good for you?
Yeah, but if we have to multiply the 4, do we only multiply the 4 by 4?
Yes, this is 4 times 4, which is 16. Now over here, I want to say this one more time, Harrison, for you. This part over here, I multiplied by 4 also. But what happened? 4 and divided by 4 canceled out. Times 4 and divided by 4 cancel out. Agreed?
Yeah.
All right. So now let's check out question number 3. Now again, I used to highlight the variables for kids just to show them that's what I'm looking for. So I need to get rid of the -7, and I need to get rid of the times 9. So what did I tell you? We're working backwards, so we're going to get rid of the addition and subtraction first, okay? So how do I get rid of subtracting 7? We would add 7, add 7. Draw a line underneath it. This is what I'm expecting from everybody. Then I take the -7 and the +7 cancel out over here, and I'm left with 9x equals, now over here, again, -7 plus 7 makes 0, all right? So now what am I doing? I'm getting rid of the times 9. To get rid of times 9, I would divide both sides by 9. Divide both sides by 9, all right? Then I'm ultimately left with x equals 0 divided by 9 is still 0, all right? Now's your time. Speak up, guys. Elise, how we doing?
Good.
Marin, how we doing?
I have a question.
You got it?
I have a question.
Good. Let's hear it.
So when you're dividing, could you divide 9x by 9/9, but then could you divide 0 by just the division sign and then 9, or is that?
That's what we did. 9 divided by 9 is 1. And 0 divided by 9 is 0.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. Number 5. All right, now again, we're working backwards. So again, I'm trying to solve for r. So I have to get rid of the addition and subtraction first. I'm going to get rid of -5 by adding 5. Adding 5. Now once again, the -5 and the +5 cancel. -4 plus 5 is 1. 1 equals r over 20. Now how do I undo divided by 20? Multiply both sides by 20. Now again, why do we do that? Because the times 20 and the divided by 20 cancel out. 20 times 1 is 20, so r equals 20. How's that, guys? Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right.
Could you get a little slower on the next ones?
Yeah, here we go.
Thank you.
All right. Let's take a look now at number 7. All right, I need everybody to put a little star by number 7. All right, the reason why this one's a star is because I said back in my original notes when we do PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. I said most of the time you do the addition and subtraction. Get rid of that first. Then you do the multiplication and division, all right? But what I want everybody to understand here is this is a quantity. That whole thing is being divided by 3. So if that whole thing is being divided by 3, I have to undo the division first, all right? So to undo the divided by 3, I'm gonna what? Multiply both sides by 3. Multiply both sides by 3. Now, why do we do that? All right, again, because it's a quantity, and so now I can cancel that out, all right? Now, what's left? V plus 9 equals 24. All right, does anybody have any questions with that?
Wouldn't you multiply the 9 by 3?
No, because look what happens, Harrison. Automatically, this 3 is divided by this 3 first. So what happens to the 3 divided by 3?
They cancel out?
That's right. They cancel to a 1. All right. So you're just left with 1 times v plus 9, which is just v plus 9.
Okay.
All right?
Would you have to do -9?
Yes, now the last step here. That's exactly right, whoever said that. So now we do -9, -9. And so now I have v equals whatever 24 minus 9 is.
15.
Say it's 15. Perfect. Okay? Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Anybody have any questions? All right, let's have some more fun. All right, let's take a look at number 9. All right, again, back to normal. All right, we're going to get rid of the addition and subtraction first, solving for x, subtracting 1, subtracting 1. So I have -81 is equal to, bring down the -9x. All right. Now, how do I undo the multiply by -9? All right. What do we do?
Divide by 9.
That's right. But specifically divide by what type of 9?
-9.
Yeah, everybody, we're dividing by -9. And so x is equal to +9. All right. Everybody okay with that? All right, let's take a look at number 11 now. All right. Again, I'm trying to solve for v.
Mr. Strauch,
Yeah.
I'm confused on the last one when we divided -9.
Because again, let me show you. If I do -9 divided by -9, that cancels, right?
Yeah.
And so then I have to divide that over here. -81.
Oh,
Down that?
okay. Yeah.
All right, very good. All right, anybody else? Now's the time to ask.
Mr. Strauch,
Yep, I'm listening.
there's not any on the odd, but I just looked over at the evens and I noticed that some of them have parentheses. Did you do that last then because you said you're going backwards?
Well, we'll get to the parentheses on some of these down here, see?
Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. All right, here we go. Let's check out number 11 now. All right. Again, we want to get rid of the +2. All right, so in order to get rid of the +2, I have to do what?
-2.
There you go. Thank you. -2 from both sides. Now you should be able to see that these cancel. So I have -4 equals v over 4. And now, how do I get rid of dividing by 4? Multiply both sides by 4. And now, these cancel. So v is equal to 4 times -4, which is what? -16.
-16.
All right.
Do you want us to write down what we're multiplying it by also
Yeah.
or not?
This is how I want you to do it. All right. Whatever I'm doing is what I want you guys to do. All right. And like I said, in the future, pretty soon, you're going to go back on this and you're just going to be able to look at it and tell me what the answer is. But right now, I'm teaching you the process of working backwards. All right. And you have to show your work first. And like I said, in the near future, you'll be able to look at this and just say the answer was obviously -16. All right. Just like on number 13. Everybody should be able to just look at that and say that's just 5. All right. No work involved. All right. Now, to get good at it, you're training your brain to work backwards. All right. So how do I get rid of +5?
-5.
Yep, we -5 from both sides. All right. Then this cancels. So now I have -4 equals -20. All right. Now from there, okay, we got to put things on mute, guys. I have things in the background. Thank you, whoever that was. Appreciate it. Now, how do I undo multiplying? Divide.
Divide.
Yeah, there we go. Divide by -4. So after all that, m equals 5. Everybody okay? Any questions? All right, let's take a look here. All right. So now I'm going to kind of let you guys kind of lead me. All right. So what's the first step here, guys?
Subtract 7.
Subtract 7. Thank you very much. All right. Easy as that. These guys cancel. So 8n equals what?
24.
24. Thank you. Now what?
You divide by 8.
Look how easy this is. Now you're just learning to work backwards. Even better. All right. Any questions? All right, here we go. Now we have this type of problem again. Remember I told you it was a little bit different because we're dividing this entire quantity. So what do I have to do first? Who remembers looking back at the notes? What do I have to do first?
You multiply -16.
That is correct. Multiply by -16. Thank you. Multiply by -16. Now when we do that, times -16 divided by -16 cancel, and we're left with n plus 5 equals 16. And now our final step is to do what?
Subtract.
Subtract 5.
Yay, subtract 5. Subtract 5. So n equals 11.
9. No, never mind.
That's all right. What you mean? N equals 11. Does anybody have any issues? Everybody's good? Okay. Now, we have this problem right here. All right. Now, the parentheses, all right, because it's in parentheses, right, if we want, right, instead of, we could distribute, but here this is times 10. So this is a special case again, kind of like if it's in parentheses, you have to undo the multiplication part first. So this, I'm going to divide by 10. I'm going to divide by 10. Does everybody see that? And what's -10 divided by 10?
-1.
There we go. All right. So now what?
Add 9.
You're going to add 9. That is correct. We're back to k equals 8. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. 21. All right. Someone help me.
You divide 9.
Subtract.
Oh yeah, subtract. I was looking.
Yeah, that's okay. Just remember, there's no parentheses, so we undo the adding 9. So we subtract 9, subtract 9. So now we have 9n equals 0. Now we undo the multiplying by 9 by dividing by 9. And so n equals what, guys?
0.
Yep, n equals 0. Everybody okay with that? Speak up now. We're getting close to the end. Nobody? All right, I'm feeling pretty good. I told you, this is kind of a review, all right? Over here, 23. All right, no parentheses, so we're looking at this as it's a plus 8. So to get rid of a plus 8, we have to subtract
Minus
8.
8.
Thank you very much. And now you're left with b over negative 4 equals negative 3. Everybody good with that? And now how do we undo division?
Multiply.
That's right. We multiply both sides by negative 4. Multiply both sides by negative 4. So b equals
12.
12. B equals 12. Everybody good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any questions? All right, let's see what's next. Okay, now look, guys. I just printed out the answer for you. I didn't show the work. All right, now I was a little upset. Sometimes some of you guys are just giving me work and I'm sending it back now. I'm not even going to give you partial credit. All right, you have to show your work. If your work doesn't look like my work, then I'm not giving you credit. All right, in the future, some of you guys are so good at mental math, I can understand you just being able to look at this and tell me what the answers are. But right now, that's not what I'm teaching you. All right, I'm teaching you the process of solving equations. All right, our next one is going to be multi-step, and then we're going to do variables on both sides. Then it just gets a little bit harder as we go, as we progress. All right, you have to be experts at solving equations. All right, now before we go, does anybody have any questions looking back, thinking, well, maybe if you could explain number 7 better, or tell me how to do 13 again? Does anybody have any questions?
Could you do number 9 again?
Yeah, let's look at number 9. All right, I'll pull number 9 out. All right. Now, all right, keep in mind, I'm just going to move it to the side a little bit. All right. Your job, first and foremost, is to remember working backwards. So I'm going to undo the plus 1.
Wait, Mr. Strout. It's
Yeah.
actually number 21.
Okay, that's okay. It's not a big deal. I'll put it back.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Here we go, number 21. All right, so let me slide this over. Okay. So now, just to do it, all right? This, what a lot of people fail to understand is that's really a plus 9, all right? So if we're going to undo a plus 9, we have to do what? Minus 9. Minus 9. That makes sense? All right, then what happens? These guys cancel. So I'm left with 9n equals 0. Does that make sense, Maren?
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Stroud,
Yes, sir.
I was looking at number 2, and it's negative 6.
Okay, well
plus.
let me finish that, and then I'll go jump up to number 2 for you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Yep. Maren, you okay? Then we divide by 9,
Yeah.
and so n equals 0.
Okay.
All right. Now let's get Harrison back up. Let's look at number 2. All right. So on this one, it's a minus 6, right, Harrison?
Yeah.
So all we do is we add 6 to both sides. Then these guys cancel. So I have x over 4 equals 1.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else have a quick question?
Mr. Strauch,
Yes.
when you're doing the work, so say on like number 13, when you're doing like the -5, how would you know not to like subtract 5 from the -4m?
Because it's a variable, remember? You can only put variables with variables. Right? You have to put numbers with numbers. You with me?
Yeah.
You would never say -4m minus 5 and get -9m. That would be silly. You can't put these two things together.
Okay.
So you're combining, we say we're combining like terms is what we're doing.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Listen, I appreciate it very much. You guys were awesome as usual. Do me a favor. Make sure you're showing all your work. I don't want to send any work back. Okay. And then,
Mr. Strauch,
yes.
can I ask you a quick question real quick?
Yeah. But hold on. Let me, what I want to do is if people want to get off, they can get off now. But I just want to make sure you know you have IXL J4 to get done before the next class. Okay. That's all. All right. So now,
Thank you, Mr. Strauch.
you're welcome, guys.
Yeah.
If
Is
you
the
want to get
IX
off, go ahead and get
Mr.
off.
Shrill, is the
Bye.
IXL in algebra?
Yes, it's always in algebra. You guys are in algebra now.
Okay.
Excuse me,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Strauch.
You're welcome, guys.
Goodbye.
Mr. Strauch,
Yes, I'm
please
listening.
help me with number 22. I know it's very random, but I'm kind of
That's all right.
confused.
Let's look at 22. All right. So basically what you can do here, Olivia, is to undo this, you can just divide both sides by 7 first.
Okay.
All right. So then that will be 9 plus k equals 12.
9 plus k equals 12. And then subtract 9, right?
That is exactly correct. Very good.
So is k equal to 3?
I think so. Yep.
I don't know what I did wrong last time. I think I did minus 12 on each side on accident. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Abigail, how about you? You good?
Can you help me on number 8? I'm getting confused with parentheses.
All right. So we're just working backwards instead of
So you would have to minus 2?
divide by 2 first, kiddo, because you're undoing the multiplication first.
Oh, I thought it was multiplication. I thought it was.
You with me?
Yes.
So then that would just be n plus 5 equals negative 1. All right, Chloe, how are you doing? Anybody else have any questions? All right,
I do.
everybody.
I
Who's
do,
up?
Mr. Brown.
Go ahead, tell me.
I was doing number 14, and I looked back at the answer, and I didn't get the same one. But I couldn't figure out what I did wrong, because I added 10.
Nope, you're wrong right there. This is a plus 10, kiddo.
But
So
isn't it?
No, it's not. It's a positive 10. So to undo a positive 10, we minus 10. It never has anything to do with this, okay?
Yeah, but if you minus it, then wouldn't you get 94? Oh, no, never mind. Okay, you get
You got it now.
114. And
Yes.
then you divide 6 and get 19.
All right.
Okay.
Anybody else? All right, guys. Thanks so much. I'm gonna stop recording now, and then we're going to post it. So if you have any other questions, you can. All right.
Bye, Mr.
Yes.
Strauch.
Have a great weekend. All right.
Thank you.